G'day.
And welcome to a I don't know what you call this. Do you call this after the game? Do you call this the footy show? Like
Special edition.
It feels like the footy show, but it's on after the game. Anyways, I am your prince, Johnny Carlton, and if there's a prince, there must be a king. King of the North, how are you, my friend?
G'day, Johnny Carlton. How you going? G'day, Chris C. G'day, JCROM. After many years, it seems like, that we haven't seen you. So good to be here.
He only comes when the Carltons win.
Well, I'm glad that they're separated. One's on the right, one's on the left, because they wouldn't be happy if they were right next to each other after the weekend's events. But we'll go off. We'll start with Chris C. How are you, my friend? How you feeling after that big weekend?
Yeah, a bit flat, but it was a pretty exciting game. To tell you the truth, so I was there. It was a packed house, edge of my seat kind of stuff. So yeah.
There was a rumor. You got to tell me if it was true. Was all the apricot slices sold out by halftime?
Dude, I went to the bar or the cashier, whatever they call it there, the deli, and there was like no apricot. I asked for apricot slice. There was nothing left. There was nothing left, man. It was sold out. So I was really upset.
That's only a Crows game, isn't it? Not a Port game, surely.
It's an Adelaide game. And
there wasn't much there, but yeah, I was walking into like the canteen, and there was a Crow supporter there at the counter, and they were like, "Where's the apricot slice? Where is it?" And I was like, "Oh my god, here we go."
Mate, they're all gone. They're all gone. You know who was eating the apricot slices? The man. Hello, you're back. After a couple of weeks, you made your return. Adelaide's back. JCROM's back. How are you, my friend?
Good to be back, lads. Yeah, coming off a win as well against the rivals. Always good. And I thought me and Chris had a bet that he's going to put some sort of Crows merch on. All I see is a Crows scarf.
I think that was the case, wasn't it, JCROM? Yes.
We never shook hands, so.
Oh, my God.
I actually don't have a Crow. Like, I don't own a Crows scarf. So
hey, no excuses. You two know each other outside of this app. You out of this podcast. You could easily
the road to get the scarf. Yeah,
easily.
Yeah, we're busy guys, man. We're
busy people.
Busy guys. But all right, what I'll do, JCROM, I'll wear it in one of the shows. How about that? How do you feel about that?
I'll take it.
All right. They've shaked their hands. They're all happy now. So tonight, round 9 review. Then we got some bananas. Then we got our tipping, and then we got round 10 review. Can you believe it's already round 10? This is crazy. By the way, we had our first draw on the weekend, which is very exciting as well. So we will talk about that later. But first of all, we're going to start off on Thursday night, and I'm going to pass the torch over to the King of the North. King of the North.
All right.
Thursday night.
Yeah, let's have a look. Let's just say a quick hello to the chat, also in YouTube. So we got a lot of new subscribers over the weekend as well. So thank you to everybody there, and we got some massive numbers. So over 2,500 views over the weekend, and the Richmond game got over 1,000 views just by itself. So thank you to everybody for that. We got multiple countries came in as well. There was France, Ecuador, from America, Texas, and Illinois, and Ecuador, Papua New Guinea. So yeah, it was flying. So yeah, it was really good.
Chris, a pension to be called HFD Footy Worldwide, mate.
Worldwide,
we're going worldwide.
International.
We are going worldwide.
We are, yeah. So welcome to all the new people in the chat who came in and hung out with me on the weekend. I can see a lot of you guys in there have come back. So thank you for joining us for the footy show / after the game. And all right,
also, we are on TikTok. We are on TikTok as well. So hello, TikTok.
G'day, TikTok. How you going? Who put Richmond versus Sydney as an option to vote? Teresa, I did that. I thought it was a good game. So I wanted to put all 9 games in there, but it only gave me an option for 4. So that was
okay. But you're not understanding your mistake. Richmond did not play Sydney this week, mate.
Did I put Richmond and Sydney? Did I? Oh my God. All right. You know what it was meant to be. There we go. All right. Caught me out. All right. Here we go. Into Thursday night. So it was Fremantle versus Collingwood, Teresa's favourite team. Collingwood 97 to Fremantle 83, and it was a really good game of footy.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna go last because I did watch a lot of footy, but actually we'll leave JCROM to last. We'll start off with Chris C. Chris C. Now look, this is your premiership team. You tipped them at the start, and this was a game that they could have won. Collingwood had a lot of outs. Did you end up watching this game?
I watched like some of the last quarter because can't remember what was I doing. Can't remember what I was doing, but like because I was working a lot of really long hours last week, so I did watch some of it. I can just say that Collingwood were just they were just better. Like Fremantle had their chances to come back and maybe win it, but when the going got tough, Collingwood were just too good. Jamie Elliott, man, every time the ball goes near Jamie Elliott, it just looks like he's going to score every single time.
6 goals too.
And he's just
Crazy.
a little bloke, man. I don't know how he does it, but like he's just a little bloke. He's got these massive defenders on him, and he manages to mark the ball just like with ease. And I've never seen a player. I mean, I've seen players do it, but like, there's not many players that can do what he can do. And he's, for the age that he is, unbelievable, man. Collingwood are in very good form, and if they can keep going the way they're going, they're going to be hard to stop. Now, I have seen their fixture in the next 10 rounds, and like they only leave Victoria twice. So if they don't make finals from here, then there's definitely problems. But I can't see that happening. I think they're going to be definitely top 4, unless they start to get full-on injuries. But on the other foot, Freo, I don't know, man. A game that they should have won. They just I don't know, man. They did push Collingwood, which was good to see, but not the premiership flagged favourites that I thought they were going to be. So they're a long way off it, and I don't even know if they'll play finals. Really, you just don't know. There's still a lot of footy to be played out, so things can change. We're nearly halfway through the season, so it's going to be interesting what happens with Freo. But disappointing. If you're a Freo fan, you'd be disappointed in that. So especially with the players you got in that team. But I thought their defense was pretty normally not too bad, but they just got found out too. Just little things, man, like little contests, like the 1%ers. They just kept losing to Collingwood, and Collingwood just when they turn it over, Collingwood just get banged, and that's what happened. So.
Love it, King of the North. Do you want to add anything else to this before me and JCROM?
No, I just want to say that Collingwood are a very impressive team. They've left 4 players behind at home, gone across there, taken it to Freo. Freo had every opportunity to be win this game, and all they needed. Their defense was good. The game was close, but they just got this something. I don't know. They're just so good as a team, and to go over there and win that was a massive win for them.
Well, I watched this game at my cousin's house, who's a big Collingwood fan, and to be honest, my honest thoughts. Look, I thought Collingwood's defense stood up very well. For the amount of inside 50s that Freo received, it was great. I personally think Freo should have won this game. They had more inside 50s, even like 20 plus more inside 50s. Freo had more scoring shots, but they just couldn't convert, and that at the end of the day cost them the game. And it's just look, Collingwood leaving 4 players behind, probably for their best 22, and Freo couldn't still get the job done in home. In a much needed game to win, to put your season back on track. I just thought it was I just didn't think they were up for it. And it's very disappointing because a lot of people had Freo in the top 4 this year, even top 8. So it's worrying signs. Some people say, are they too tall in the back line? They could be. Some people say, are they too slow? They could be. Are they playing a game style that no one likes? They could be. At the end of the day, is Darcy getting too old? Is Jackson their number one ruckman? Did Darcy cost someone else a spot? We'll never know. But at the end of the day, Collingwood were just they came to Perth. Elliott did his things. Chris replied back very well after the week before, and yeah, they've got an informed team in Adelaide this week, the Pies. So which should be a fascinating game. But yeah, Freo, very disappointing. But Collingwood, they look like your premiership contenders, mate. So that's to drop 4 plays and play like that, unbelievable.
They might have won the stats as well. Like they won most of the stats. Like if you watch like contested possession, uncontested. But you know what one they didn't win was the marks inside 50. It was 6 inside 50 marks to Freo to 14 to Collingwood.
I know.
They're just more efficient. Like when they went forward. And as a guy, Craig in the TikTok said, they move the ball too slow. Allows opposition defense to set up. Free are too predictable. So
100%. 100% they are.
Right there. They're a very predictable team. So they won every stat, man. I'm looking at the stats now.
Yeah, Freo was on
pretty
top.
much every stat. Huh?
Freo was on top. Like they should have won that game. They just couldn't convert in the last 50.
I was saying that on the stream as well, Chris. They had the ball and it's like, go, get going. And they just stand there and Collingwood just can set up. It's crazy.
Yeah, 62 inside 50 to 34. That's crazy.
That's what I'm saying. It's anyways. Look, JCROM, you didn't watch it, so you've heard a lot of us talk about it. So what are your thoughts of us three just going on about this game?
Yeah, look, I think you three have covered pretty much everything. No, I didn't watch it, but to me, Fremantle on major fraud watch. A lot of us expect them to make the 8 this year, but to me, it looks like they're going to miss the 8 completely. So, yeah, Collingwood, they're just proving that the old Pies have still got the game in them. So I didn't expect them to be top at this point of the year, but the old dogs are doing it.
I've got an honest question for you. Give me your honest percent of how much percent you think you can beat Collingwood this week.
Always matched up against Collingwood pretty well in the last couple of years, and it's been pretty much just a couple of points in it. So, and we've improved this year. So I'll give us a bit of a chance, at least a 35-40% chance of winning. I'd say Collingwood would be favourites, but I'll give us 40% chance.
Beautiful. All right, King of the North, Friday night, take us away.
69% chance.
Crows?
All right.
Crows or Collingwood?
Game number 2 on Friday night. It was Carlton versus St Kilda. St Kilda's home game, and it was 77-62, a 15-point win to Carlton. And congratulations, Johnny Carlton. It was a great game of footy, and it was well deserved by your team.
Great game.
Great game.
Oh, okay. I don't know how you feel about that, but all right. We'll start with you, King of the North. Talk us away. What do you think about the game?
I thought both teams were pretty even. The pressure was good from both sides. They took it to each other in the first couple of quarters, and it was good to see that Carlton could have just dropped off on the last quarter, I guess, but they continued to stay in it. So St Kilda you could see that they were beatable, and you could see that Carlton were just that bit better. So it was a good win for Carlton, definitely.
Interesting.
You don't agree?
You have to wait until I say my my reaction. Chris C, watch this.
I didn't watch heaps of it, but I remember watching the sealer that Harry scored. So I was happy for you, mate, that you got that. You
Thanks,
scored
mate.
that sealer. I can sense why you're frustrated. Like, you'd think a team like St Kilda would be a bit easier to beat, but they've been pretty good form. But yeah, Wangan Miller, man, 30 touches. He had a good game. Who else had a good game? So Cripps was back to his best at 26. Hewitt at 26. So, and then the stats are pretty even if you look at them. Inside 50s were 46 apiece. So the clearances is where you guys dominated. You plus 10 in the clearances. So you guys did get on top of the stoppage clearances to be specific. Carlton just too good. Just a bit better than St Kilda. But yeah, as the King said, it was a hard-fought victory. It wasn't like just an easy game. But yeah, I think Carlton just had the answers where St Kilda just didn't.
Wangan Miller was outstanding throughout the game.
Yeah,
St Kilda.
30 touches.
He had a great game.
Probably best on ground. I'm gathering. Or
yeah, he got injured. He got a bit injured as well during I think it was the third quarter. He got injured. So yeah, he came back and kept on going. So yeah, he had a really good game.
Mackay had 3 goals. In 19 touches. That was a good game from Harry.
It is.
Yeah, I think he was best on ground, to be honest, Harry.
Yeah, him or Rangley Malira, one of them two. So, congratulations.
JCROM, I'm going to go to you next because I've got a lot to say about this game, but I'll go to you next. I know I wanted you to go last, but did you end up... Well, you said you didn't watch a lot of footy, so I'm guessing you didn't watch this game, but did you see any highlights, anything?
Yeah, I was at the pub with the family and then another family there that night. But we had the screen up and I was glazing at it, here and there. But I was going to mention, Wangan Miller, what a player. That's one player I noticed in this game. For a short time, I watched it. But yeah, look, just congratulations to Carlton getting the win. Just seems, if this game was maybe at Marvel, it might have been different. Who knows? But yeah, look, Crows. Bring Wangan Miller to Adelaide, mate, and don't worry about Port Adelaide. Join up.
It's kind of Port, mate. Relax. Relax.
We love it. All right. Well, I was there, of course. I am going to be honest. I thought that was the shittest game of AFL football I've ever watched in my life.
Wow, that's harsh.
In your life?
In your life.
In my life. I'm sorry, but the way Ross Lyon coaches is so freaking boring. It's, oh my God, the second quarter and the third quarter.
Yeah.
The third quarter example, there was only 1 goal scored for 27 minutes of football.
Yeah.
1 goal in between 27 minutes of football. It was the most boringest quarter. You know how quiet the crowd was? It was like I was at a cemetery. Everyone was so quiet. Everyone just wanted the siren to end. Like, hurry up. Ross Lyon needs to leave this football world because his game plan is so boring. It's like 08 football, and it just doesn't belong here anymore. It's not the same AFL as it was ages ago. Oh my God, I could not watch this game. I was struggling. I was like, can this quarter just hurry the hell up? 1 goal in 27 minutes of football? Absolute putrid. I thought that was probably one of the worst games I've ever attended. And it was supposed to be a close game, and I'd rather us lose by 65 points to freaking Hawthorn than watch that shit. That was terrible.
I don't know about that, Johnny Carl.
You
like a win, don't you?
It doesn't matter about a win. It's about the way they play football. Hawthorn's football is exciting. They move the ball. They take the game on, even if they're smashing teams. St Kilda, grab, mark. They're in the wing, and they go all the way back to full back. For what?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
And then they try to switch, and then they go back again.
Yeah.
You're wasting 10 minutes trying to switch the bloody football.
Mm-hmm.
But regardless, my boys got the win. About him. It's been a while since drinks, but after that Adelaide loss, I expected a response back, and we did. So, look, That team always got us. Last year they got us with like 10 seconds. That Jack Higgins, that rat, can't stand him.
Yeah.
Mate, oh.
I can't stand
That shrub when he kicked the first goal. Like, please, man, relax. Like, can't stand him. But hey, look, the boys proved me wrong. Charlie and Harry stood tall. I think we found out where Tom DeConing's going, and he's staying at the Carlton Football Club. So that was big talks about that. But yeah, as I said, Blues are back. We're 1 game out of the 8 now, back where we belong finally. But yeah, it was a good night. So well done, Carlton, and big game next week. So
Yeah, big game.
There we go. All right, let's bring up the next one. So it was at the MCG, and it was Melbourne taking on the Hawks, and it was a 35-point win to the Hawks, 91-56. Melbourne were okay for 2.5 quarters, and then the Hawks put them to the sword. So yeah, just another big win. They seem to be able to win by 20 or 30. So this was 35, and the Hawks march on, but Melbourne were okay for a 2.5 quarters.
you don't have anything else to say? That's it for you.
Yep.
Chris C, did you end up watching this game?
This is one of the games I didn't watch at all. All I did watch was I did see the score. I was actually excited because I just love to see Hawthorn lose. And I was like, oh, 3/4 time, it's very close. But then I checked the scores afterwards, and yeah, they kicked away, which was disappointing. But yeah, too good for Hawthorn. They're just too good. At least there's a bit of fight for the Ds, I guess. You know, they're not as horrible as everyone made them out to be. And yeah, they're still going to trouble some teams, I think. But yeah, as the King said, Hawthorn, keep marching on. Standard win for the Hawks, that's it.
Yeah, well, look, I'm gonna keep this short and sweet too. I did not watch this game as well. I only looked at the scores, like Chris C. I saw Melbourne was in the hunt for a bit. It was very close, but then I think Hawthorn just ran away in the last quarter, to be honest. So, yeah, look, Melbourne was on fire early. I did see an incident about Cozzy Pickett getting tripped in the goal square, and he wasn't paid.
He did.
So I don't know what that was about.
Oh yeah,
but
I saw that.
yeah, but he easily got tripped, but they didn't pay it for some reason. So, but yeah, apart from that, as I said, Hawthorn should have won. Hawthorn had a comfortable win, and they should have, because they were versing Melbourne. But yeah, but Hawthorn just too good at the end, unfortunately. JCROM, are you joining me and Chris C? Did you end up watching this game?
Yeah, same. Didn't watch this game at all. I think I was flying in at the time, but it's good to see the old dogs still doing well, and Max gone, and players like Dunstan still performing well. So yeah, I think everyone expected Hawthorn to win this one, and they did it in the end by a quite comfortable margin.
Yep, and it was probably the most disgraceful umpiring decision of the season. He like Dan says, he had his leg held, then he was tripped, and then Sicily threw the ball to himself, and then they just played on. It was just in the commentary box, they were just losing it, going just sack all the umpires. So yeah, never seen anything like it before.
It's been bad this year.
Yep.
Likewise. Okay.
King of the North.
King of the North. All right, here we go. Next game was Essendon versus Sydney, and far out, man. Essendon have got up over Sydney 71-63, and I didn't watch this one myself, but the Bombers have managed to get over Sydney. I'm not sure how.
Well, okay, yeah, I'm guessing that's your review. Yep, nothing else.
Yep.
No, you didn't watch it.
I didn't watch it. No, I didn't see it.
Sure. Short and sweet. Well, all right, we love it. All right.
They managed to do it. Let's go.
It's a fast-paced show, you know. So
love it. We love it. Chris C, we'll move on to you. Did you end up watching this game?
No, because I was heading over for the showdown, so I didn't really get to watch it. I was getting ready for the showdown, but I did. I saw snippets of it. Yeah, the Bombers. Yeah, just watching the stats as well. Like the Bombers lost the inside 50 count by 16. So it was 45-61 Sydney Swans way. So Sydney had it in there. They won the contested ball, the Swans, but the uncontested ball. So a lot of outside run for the Bombers. So yeah, I didn't. As I said, I didn't watch the highlights. I did watch the highlights of the Sunday games, but this one I didn't really watch. But yeah, let me ask you a question, Johnny Carlton, because you don't like Essendon. Do you agree with Kane Corns when he says in about 2 years' time Essendon will be a top 4 side?
Absolutely not. That guy talks absolute rubbish, mate. That guy is rubbish.
Well, that's what he reckons. So
yeah, well, yeah, no.
Yeah, some good young players, but not as good as some other teams.
It's not top. They're not top 4. Like they're okay. They beat Sydney, and now he's saying, "Oh, in 2 years' time, they're going to be top 4." How?
That's what he's saying. Yeah, that's what he said today.
It's absolutely crazy.
Anyway, I don't know, man. I don't know. Sydney, they're not the same team as last year. And obviously, they've got their injury woes, and under a new coach as well. I don't know if that plays any part of it. We're going to go through that next year, so I don't know if it's something that is a prelude to what's going to happen to Port Adelaide with the new coach. But that could be an issue. Personnel's an issue. But they were in the game, but just not good enough. And the Bombers, they're pretty good at Marvel. So,
All right, JCROM, I'll go to you. I'm guessing didn't know what.
No, I actually saw the last quarter of this because I went to my mate's house for a lamb on a spit, getting ready for the Crows and Pork game. We were watching the last quarter, and Sydney seemed like they were coming back a little bit in this one. But, it was a little bit too little too late. But, look, I was surprised in this game. I thought, Grundy against Goldstein, I thought Grundy would just run rings because of the age factor. But, I take my hat off to Goldstein. He did really well. So, look, the baby Bombers, as I like to call them at the moment, they did pretty good. So, Caddy looks like it's going to be, what's his name? Is it Caddy, the forward?
Yeah, Caddy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks good. And Assad El-Wari played all right in that instance I saw as well. So look, big win for the Bombers, and Sydney got smashed in the grand final, and it always happens, a bit of a hangover. And no Gordon, no Sydney right now.
Well, I agree. Look, I think I'm the only one in this out of us four that watched this game. I was intrigued and saw Essendon fly off to a really good start, which is really impressive. I did not see that coming. But Sydney just did not look it. The way they played last week to the way they played this week was just completely different turnaround. Last week they were like, "Oh, Swans are back," blah blah blah, and they thought they were going to come to Marvel and. Because, look, as I said, I feel like Sydney beat GWS last week was their biggest win of the season. I felt like they're going to get momentum. They're going to come to Marvel. They're going to beat the Bombers. But as I said, look, Sydney had a big challenge. They were down by a lot, and they couldn't kick straight, which was, I think they missed like 9 behinds in a row before they finally got a goal. So, sneak peek, there is a banana of the week in this game. So I will show you a clip later. But as I said, no, the Bombers hang on, and they were in the 8 for a bit, until obviously Sunday events happened. They're unfortunately just out of the 8 now, but Bombers are making their way up. So very going to be a very interesting couple of weeks. So
yep,
There we go. All
well,
right.
I think King. I think we should go Gold Coast Bulldogs first before the showdown because I don't think any of us watched the Gold Coast Bulldogs game.
That's my next one that I've got. Yep.
Yeah.
All right. It was the Gold Coast Suns against the Bulldogs. They were playing up at Darwin, I believe.
Yeah,
And,
Darwin.
And it was the Gold Coast by 10 points, 106-96. And this is a absolute ripper of a game. The Gold Coast pretty much had the ascendancy all the way through. And it was really close all the way through the game. Gold Coast took it to the Bulldogs. They look like the real deal, but as usual, the Bulldogs come at the end with a run, and almost got there. But then the Suns just got that last couple of goals at the end just to get away with it. But it was only a couple of points in it with about 10 minutes to go, and it was a really, really good game of footy.
Yeah, look, a lot of close games this week, so very, very good week of footy. Boys, did you watch this game? Because I did not watch this game. I went from Essendon Sydney straight to the showdown, so I don't think any of us watched this game except for the King of the North.
Yeah, I only had the scoreboard up because I was watching the showdown.
So who wants to go first, boys? Because none of us watched the game, so...
You can go, JCROM. Sorry.
JCROM.
I just want to say I think it's a big win for Gold Coast, and I tipped the Doggies in this game because I thought they were on fire, but they got stopped by the Gold Coast Suns, and it's big 4 points, and so Gold Coast look like they might be playing finals this year, and looking the goods.
Yeah, look, I'm just going to say exact same thing as Jacob. I was just going to say Gold Coast, big win. They look better than last year. They look like a serious contender now for finals. These are the wins that they needed to win to make sure that they are finals contenders. And they stood up to the challenge. The Dogs were fighting back, but Gold Coast are too good at the end. So, Chris C?
Well, let me just say, Bulldogs were in really good form coming into this game. They've, they've had, in the last few weeks, they've been really, really good. And, especially with the Bont back, for Gold Coast to go up to Darwin with the Bulldogs and beat them, tells me a lot about Gold Coast. They're, as you guys said, finals bound, I can see it. So, good on the Suns. They're looking really good. And the Bulldogs, they can't be embarrassed with that performance. They're going to be up and about. I saw them last week against Port. They were magnificent. So, they're still a good side. And, these two are definitely going to feature in the finals, I think.
But before we get to the next game, I feel like the showdown wasn't the highlight of this night. I feel like Jacob's Greek lamb on the spit when everyone's talking in the comments is the highlight of the night. So, Jacob, when you get up to it, make sure you tell us a little bit about the lamb on the spit, mate, because everyone's dying to know how good it was. The King of the North.
Yeah.
Let's go.
All right. I thought we were going to get a lamb of the spit rundown, but that's okay.
All right. We will when we get up to him, but
right.
He was lagging, so I don't know where he went.
It was Port Adelaide versus Adelaide. It was the showdown, 57, and it was the Adelaide Crows got home 87-84, a 5-point win to the Crows. But it was a really, really good game. I was a bit critical of Port Adelaide in the last quarter, and Chris had a bit of a go at me about that. But I just thought they were all both pretty knackered at the end. I did say that I thought Port missed some opportunities in the last quarter that they could have, got the win, and they had Adelaide on the ropes. But as Chris said to me, that they both were trying really hard and they did their best. So, good effort from both teams. Massive crowd. The big man was there. So it was a good win for Adelaide get the win, but a good performance by both teams.
Well, before we go to the main two people about this game, I'll
Yep.
quickly go first.
Yep.
Look, I watched it as well. I thought it was a really good contest game. This is what the showdown's all about. Close game. I feel like the crowd was electric. Obviously, Chris C will tell us a bit more because he was there. Feel like both teams were in it from the start. I thought Port Adelaide, they got a good head start, but Adelaide were coming back. Then Adelaide got a bit of a head start, but Port were coming back. So it was a close game all around. I thought everyone had their stars. I thought Adelaide had their stars. I thought Port had their stars. To be honest, I thought Jason Horne-Francis was absolutely unreal. I thought Horne-Francis he's going to be one of these players that is going to obviously maybe reach Brownlow potential, but to see Isaac Rankin in person get better and better each week, it's special what Isaac can do. But yeah, besides that, look, Adelaide lead the tie now, 29-28. Unfortunately for Chris C, so Adelaide in ahead of that now. But look, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna pass it over to the two main boys, and I reckon we're gonna start with the winners' circle first, because there's a lot. I think there's a little bit less to talk about in the winners' circle than the losers' circle. So, first of all, before you speak about the game, please tell us about this beautiful Greek lamb on the spit.
I'll tell you what, it's perfect lamb spit to go over a perfect game of footy. It was good, man. It was a big 20 kiloer, and we were just picking off as it was rotating and having beers as well. So it was a good night. There was a few Port supporters there, plus Crow supporters. So a bit of rivalry going on the night. So it was a good night. But more about the game. It was a good game. Showdown's always exciting, especially for fans. I think the boys played well. I think Port played also well at times as well. Both teams were just at it. I feel like at the end of the game, we were just trying to hold on while Port were just trying to, win the game. That's why we blew a 20-odd point lead at the end. But yeah, look, I think we were more clinical. We scored our opportunities when they came. I think our defence held up a lot better than Port's. Very proud of a few defenders like Warrow and Keane played really good games. Like O'Brien played a big game for us. I did think their midfield was better than ours. Dawson and Rankin were respectively pretty quiet for their day. But look, just to get the 4 points was good enough for me in the end. It's always tough playing Port, no matter where we are on the ladder. And look, I'm really happy. Look, and to be 6-3 at this point of the year, I'll take that. I'm just happy if we make the top 8, let alone top 4. So we're in the hunt. Look, proud of my boys. We move on to Collingwood this week, which is another tough game. And I'm optimistic.
Chrissy, break it down for us, big man.
So I was at the game. Showdowns are, the atmosphere is always electric. 53,000 packed at Adelaide Oval it was really good atmosphere. Some of the Crow supporters were pretty annoying. I don't know what they were yelling or whatever they were chanting. I got no idea, but man, it was annoying. So I was going to go backhand one of them, but can't do that in this day and age. We got there, and as I said, it was a good atmosphere for the game. It was disappointing to lose. Thought after last week's dismal performance, I was really happy with the intent and the want to compete. Last week we just gave up, and there was none of that this week. So. Credit to the coaches that brought in the 5 people. If you change 5, that's 5 changes. It's pretty risky to change 5, but they went with it. I was a bit, I think I was telling the King and the 5 changes were I couldn't believe they got rid of Jordan Sweet for Vicentini. So I was I was umming and ahhing this whole thing, but. Vicentini was great. Can't believe he played a great game in that ruck. I thought he was really, really good. Look, it was just, we just couldn't convert. That's our problem. We just don't have one of those forwards. I thought, Phil Thorpe was so good in that first quarter, in that first half. He was, we haven't got a forward like that, to clunk those marks and go for goals. Not many teams do, really. I mean, he's a freak, that bloke. So, but I was happy that we stopped him in that second half. I know that they put him in the ruck a lot in that second half. So yeah, that kind of, I don't know why they did that. The Crows, that was a weird move, but they did put Rankin up forward, which I guess did win them the game. So, but yeah, there was a point in that game where they kicked those 3 goals, and all of our best players were on the bench. Butters, Rosie, I'm not sure if Horn Francis was on there, but Vicentini was on the bench. And they scored those 3 goals in that period. And it's like, I'm not saying that they wouldn't have scored those goals with the players on there, but you need your best players, and to have them all off at the same time, yeah, that was, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I know sometimes footy's hard, with a coach, things happen in footy, and you can't always have the perfect lineup on all the time. But yeah, it was significant that that part of the game they just went bang bang. Rankin scored those goals. Yeah, it was heartbreaking. But yeah, left a bit upset, but I thought we could have won it. As I said, I just think little things just let us down, and that's and when it counted, the Crows, they were just a bit better in front of goals than us. I thought Rosie had a great game. He did cost us a goal as well. Rosie did, but other than that, he was really good. And Butters, I mean, Butters was unbelievable. It took a while to get into the game, but just his second efforts and he's just if we lose Butters, man, it's going to be terrible for the club. So, look, congratulations to the Crows. They deserve the win. They were just a bit better than us on the night in front of goals. As I said, I reckon JCROM's would have been on the edge of his seat. Hitting himself for the last few minutes.
Definitely was.
Especially when Horn Francis drew it into forward 50, and then
what a mark, man.
I mean, that was a gutsy mark to take, and that was a big mark. So, and then we went back in there in O'Brien. So, just some of our entries were pretty bad, but we did win we won all the stats pretty much, but apart from the scoreboard, which was unfortunate. But if you look at it like I looked at it last week, we struggled in contested ball. This week we won the contested ball. So at least they they gave it a try, and they did improve, because last week was unacceptable. So at least we could have held we could hold our head high when we walked out of that place. When it wasn't an embarrassing loss or anything like that. So that's the positives. Obviously, losing to your crosstown rival always hurts, but you can't win them all. And not sure. People saying, where's the Crows are going in a different way to Port. I don't know. Who knows where this team's going? Yeah, they've probably got a bit, I don't know, more talent in their forward line, but our midfield is, I reckon, is a bit better than theirs. But I don't know where each team is going this year. It's going to be interesting. But we've got a big game this week. Geelong must win for Port if they want to, keep in touch with that top 8. So huge week for Port Adelaide this week.
Well, I'm going to say something because I'm surprised you two didn't mention it, both of you. I've got a question. Do you think that the medal should be won by the winning team or by someone in the winning team, or do you think it deserves to be the best player on ground? Because the way Rosie accepted that medal, there was a lot of booing in the crowd, and it was not good to see on TV.
People said Phil Thorpe should have won it, but he only had 3 touches after in the second half, so I can see why they didn't give it to him. But I mean, he was great in that first half. You can't take that away from him. But I think if it's an individual award, it's not a team award. It's an individual award. So I think who the best individual player is on the day, I think that should get it. And then the team gets the trophy, which was the Showdown Cup, whatever it is.
So do you think do you think Rosie deserved that medal?
I think he was one of the best players on the ground. I think he was. It's up for debate, isn't it? What do you reckon, Jake? What do you see?
Well, I'm trying to think the best Crows player for me for the day. I'd give it to one of the defenders, but but I think Rosie was the best player on the ground, and I don't mind it. If you're the best player on the ground and it's an individual award, why not? I know it's a bit of salt in the wound sort of thing, getting an award when your team lose, but it is what it is. And
it's happened. It's happened in the grand final.
Yeah, I was going to say there's a Norm Smith medal was happened before, I think, as well. So
but that's the grand final. But it was just it was very hard to see Rosie getting booed when the medal was awarded.
It was a Port home ground, so there would have been more Port supporters. Unless they all walked out and it was just Crows left, I'm not sure. So
it wasn't the Crows. It wasn't the Port. It was the Crows.
Well, there you go.
No, they went booing. We went booing our player, man.
But it was a Port home game, wasn't it? There should have. Wouldn't all the Crows supporters have been gone?
I'm trying to say there would have been more Port.
No, the Crows supporters were booing him because they thought that their player should have got it. But
gotcha.
that would happen. That would happen if the roles were reversed. It would have happened at a Crows home game with Port supporters there. They would have done the same thing. So it wasn't that right. You guys say the booing was massive, but at the ground, you couldn't hear anything, man. It was. I'll tell you what. Before you add on, last year, the showdown last year was crazy. There was a lot of fights in the crowd. It was an intense night. The night that just happened, the showdown that just happened, was very tame. It was very tame.
Yeah,
the energy wasn't the same. Like that showdown last year was off tap. This one was very low key. Felt low key.
It was like they got a warning that you can't do anything stupid or anything like that. Like was Shelley getting drops for showing teeth to the Port Adelaide supporters?
Maybe.
It was.
It was getting out of hand, so they calmed down a bit.
Yep.
Yeah, but good. It was still a good game. I thought it was still a good game, and one of the things that I'm gonna in my banana, I'll say it later, but yeah.
All right, King of North Sunday.
What a Sunday it was too.
It was.
Well, we've had a ripper Sunday. These three games were off the planet and off the tap. Or whatever you want to say, off the banana,
off the chops,
off the charts, off the charts. There we go. I finally found the word I was looking for. It was at the MCG. It was Richmond versus the West Coast Eagles, bottom of the table, third and last on the table. Richmond got the win by a whisker, 81-79. And it was a 2-point win to Richmond. But there was the tackle probably of the year that was made on the young bloke. He got into the 50, 45 metres out. He got brought down in the most amazing tackle that you've seen all year to save the game. Tom Brown. And... we did a watch along for this. I did a double header. I should have actually done a triple header, knowing that what happened in the third game. But yeah, we did a double header for this one. Richmond and West Coast supporters. I don't know what it is, but we get a lot of people come into the bottom of the table. It happened last year as well, and this year it went off as well, over 1,000 views. But what a good game of footy. West Coast turned up. Richmond turned up. There was good pressure from both sides. Great. Taranto was good. Harley Reid had a good game. They just really took it to each other. It was the lead changed hands 14 times in the game. and it was West Coast by 2, Richmond by 1, West Coast by 5. It was just unbelievable. And they started, as we got through the third quarter and the last quarter, they started to count how many times the lead has changed. And I think it ended up being 14 times. So just a really good game of footy. Good start to the Sunday watch-along as well. And congratulations to both teams. There was a little bit of hope. GT, your team nearly got home, but Richmond just were... That tackle was amazing. So there we go. Is that a better review than what was come before?
Right, absolutely. Well, I didn't watch any of these Sunday games, unfortunately. As much as I am very disappointed, I did not watch any of it. I know there was a chase down tackle, which I saw, but how can you go 0-9? Like, this is getting embarrassing. Like, how have they not sacked their coach yet?
Told you.
Yeah.
How have they not sacked their coach yet? Like, this is out of hand. Like, the coach has to go. Like, you're 0-9. You've versed Richmond. You've versed North Melbourne. You've versed Melbourne, the 3 bottom teams. Where the hell is your win going to come from? But yeah, look. As I said, my bold call just keeps getting worse and worse. Richmond are on 3 wins now, and I only said they'll get 1, so they're proving me wrong every single week, which is very annoying. But yeah, look, apparently it was a good game to watch. I did not watch it, so I'm going to hand it over to the other boys. Chris C, did you end up watching this game, mate?
I saw the highlights, and I did see that tackle. That was awesome rundown, and that won them the game. That's what you call footy, man. Those rundowns, and every Richmond supporter watching that, whether you're at the MCG or at home, would have just lost it. So, congratulations to Richmond, West Coast, 9 in a row. I don't know how you can survive, how the coach survives. But I was going to ask you guys a question. Harley Reid, 18 disposals. I mean, for a premier guy that's like, I know he's young, but he plays in the midfield, doesn't he?
He does.
As well.
Yeah, he does. But his impact, even though he had 18 disposals, his impact in certain parts of the game really made a difference and set up some goals he set up 3 goals as well. So he might not have had just his presence around the ground during the game. It was really good. So yeah.
I don't rate him. I don't rate him. I don't rate him. I think whoever's going to pick him up should not pay more than at least $600K for him. I do not think he's more than $600K.
Wow. There we go.
Well, I don't know, man, but in his fantasy, and he got 47. So I'm not sure how good he really is, but
he gives a lot of frees away.
Stats don't really show that he's doing that well.
He's got a massive discipline problem that they're trying to sort out, I reckon. But he's been better than he was. But yeah, he's got a bit. There's some issues.
Yeah. I don't think he stays. I think I reckon you might see him in the Saints jumper next year, to tell you the truth. I reckon they're going to throw some big money towards him. But yeah, interesting stuff. Good to see Toronto, 27 touches, 1 goal. He had a good game. And Jack Graham, against his old side, had 20 touches. He did all right too. Exciting game. It would have been good. I didn't watch it. I just watched the highlights, but it looked really exciting. Like, it would have been edge of the seat stuff. So, and that's what you want to see, man. Like, for excitement and views and stuff. Like, the AFL would have loved that. So, yeah, congrats to Richmond. And don't know where West Coast goes from here. Did not know.
Oscar Allen was also an out as well for that game, so that was a big impact as well. So,
Oscar Allen doesn't even want to be there, man. Like, he's a captain, doesn't even want to be there.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of problems at West Coast.
JCROM?
Anyway.
I'm Sam. You guys, I didn't watch it. Just watched that tackle, and look, just West Coast are just in all sorts, aren't they? 0-9. pretty bad stats. And look, Richmond have overachieved a bit. We can say to win in the 3 games. They could win, maybe 1 or 2 more, which would be huge for them. So West Coast, I did tip them to be bottom. I did think they were the worst side, and it's starting to come, to light that they are the worst side. Not sure where they go from here. It looks like they're going to obviously lose Hardy Reid, Oscar Allen, and what's left after that, So not exciting times for West Coast fans. So starting to feel sorry for you all, and Richmond, good on you. Getting your 3rd win in the year. I think you're even above North, so good on you.
King of the North.
King of the North, game number 2. I do have a little sneaky poll that I've popped up, even though I got one of the names wrong on the games. I was able to put 4 of the games up from the weekend and just vote for who you thought was the best game of the weekend. And at the moment, it's 36% to Geelong and GWS, down as the best game. And speaking of Geelong and GWS, it was down at the Cattery, the Cats versus GWS, and it was the GWS Giants, the Orange Tsunami, the Orange Tsunami getting the win, 105 to 101, and the Giants win by 4 points. And it was the difference and watching both the games one after another, the difference in quality between your West Coast and your Richmond compared to GWS and Geelong, the class of player in the difference between those two sides, it stood out like dog's balls. It was crazy how the quality of players is just so more like a million times better. So GWS took it to the Cats all the way through the game. It was a really good game of footy. We had to mention Kelly Underwood she gets stuck with the West Coast game. She had a few pearlers as well, Kelly. So that was at a list of that for that game. But no, the Orange Tsunami came to play, and they took it to the Cats. The Cats were really good. It was goal for goal going through the game. Cameron was good. Darcy was good. Smith was good. DeConing had a pretty good game as well for the Cats. So, but the big boys stood up for GWS. Toby Green got a bit of an ankle injury as well, but got it strapped up and went back on. Stringer went out early as well. He got injured and got subbed off with an injury. So he kicked a couple of goals. But Hogan was just outstanding with the amount of goals that he kicked. So he was the one that really won it for him. But Geelong didn't give up, and it was a real good game of footy. So there we go. Happy with that one?
Now that's what you call a review. Thank you very much.
I was saving myself to the best game. So it
was a long time coming, but we finally got there. The second last game of the round. So look, Jake, we'll go with JCROM because I Chris, did you watch this game?
Just watched the highlights.
Okay, we'll go with you first then.
Yeah, it was good, man. I thought GWS started really well. I think they were up like 3 goals at quarter time. And then Geelong just crawled their way back into the game. And then it was pretty close after that. There was a lot of lead changes, not as many as the West Coast Richmond game, but a lot of lead changes. Could have gone either way. Blitzar's missing that. Pretty sure it was Blitzar's. He hit the post. Is that what he did? He hit the post? Pretty sure it was him.
Yep.
Yeah, at the end.
Yep.
That was heartbreaking for the Geelong fans. I don't know what it is about GWS. They always find a way to win over at the Cattery. They just like playing there for some reason. So, and I think they had to bounce back after the last week's loss to Sydney. They had to really bounce back. So it was a good bounce back. If they would have lost this game, they would have been out of the 8, which would have been not good for them. So I think they keep their spot in the 8. And Geelong look, they're a good side. They're going to be still going to bounce back. Big game this week with Port. So yeah, a bit nervous about it, but yeah, we'll see what happens. But yeah, good win from GWS. It was a good win, and special mention to Jesse Hogan. 7 goals, 1. I mean, he's back to his best, isn't he?
Crazy.
So, and Stringer, 2 goals, 1. There you go.
And he was only on for a quarter and a bit before he got injured.
Yeah. So,
all right, JCROM, do you want me to go first, or do you want to go first?
Yeah, I'll just obviously it was Mother's Day that day, and I didn't get to watch any football on Sunday, but GWS just love playing the Cats at their home. So big win from the Orange and Army, get them back on track. I heard Callahan was outstanding, and Hogan. I think everyone's talking about Hogan. So did he kick 7? Is that right?
Yeah.
7-1.
So yeah, big win for GWS, and look, Geelong, they can't get consistent wins by the looks of it. It looks like they're winning a couple, losing a couple. So just goes to show it's an even competition.
Yeah, look, I agree. That's what I was about to say. How can you go from beating Collingwood last week, one of the informed teams, and then going up to your hometown and just losing to the Giants, who have been in terrible form? But hey, look, they're my premiership team, the Giants, and I should have tipped them, and we got one step closer to JCROM, but unfortunately I didn't. I didn't go my premiership team, but I feel like the tsunami's back now. I feel like that was a game that they needed to win. I feel like this is their time to back on track now. So yeah, look, Geelong very inconsistent. Can't pull wins together in a row, so need to change that up. But yeah, as I said, big game for Geelong as well when they travel interstate this week. But yeah, look, it was a close game, and I think Jake Riccardi got the winning goal, I heard. So it was a beautiful snap around the body, and the Giants win the Thriller at the Cattery, and they've won 5 in a row now at the Cattery. So they love playing there too, the GWS Giants. So
they do. Yeah, that was a ripper kick as well by Riccardi as well. All right, last game.
By the way, there's a guy in the chat that wants me to answer this question.
Yep.
And I don't answer stupid questions. I don't answer stupid questions. So don't expect me to answer that.
There you go.
Right.
Anyway, keep going.
No stupid questions.
No
there we
stupid
go.
questions.
Simple as that.
We already talked about it, so you're too late to the party, my friend.
No stupid questions, man.
There we go.
King of the North.
Chris C has spoken.
Go look it up, you dickhead. Anyway,
there we go. Last game, and the shock of the century has happened. It was at Marvel Stadium, I believe. No, it was
Hobart.
It was at Hobart. No, it was Ninja Stadium.
Hobart.
In Tasmania. It was North Melbourne and the Lions, and it's the first draw. Is it the first draw of the season?
Hobart, not Tasmania. Hobart.
Hobart. Yeah, Hobart is in Tasmania.
Is it?
Yeah. Hobart is the capital of Tassie, I think.
My geography is not that good. So.
North Melbourne, 71 to the Lions, 71. It was a draw. Bellreeve Oval. It's the old cricket ground down in Tassie. So there we go. It's the old Bellreeve Oval. So there you go. So the Lions got away from with a good start and got ahead, I think, by about 20 points at the beginning. But as usual, North Melbourne managed to claw their way back and stay in the game. And it came down to almost a last kick by what was his name? What was his name? The last kick of the game.
I didn't watch the game.
Oh, you didn't watch the game.
I didn't watch it even.
Thanks for that. Thanks for that very much. Hang on, let me just bring him up before I before I forget. But no, they managed to, and they continue to do it every week. North Melbourne, they managed to keep themselves into the game and just come good in the third quarter and the fourth quarter. They just come with a run, but they run out of they just run out of time or they run out of steam. So yeah, Zerha had a shot from the sideline, and he could have put him in front, but got the point, and it was all tied up. So yeah, good effort by amazing effort by North Melbourne to take Brisbane to the draw, but you've got to take the Tassie factor into account, I do think.
Yeah, well, as you said, I did not watch this game. All I know is that Tristan Sherry clutched up my super coach and made me win. So I'll take that. Thank you, Tristan Sherry. You are absolute star. But yeah, as I said, wow, draw. Never expected this coming. JCROM did not put that Manchester United scarf in the camera ever again. But yeah, look, besides that, just disgusting. Yeah, look, I'm distracted now.
Jeez,
look, as I said, maybe Tassie, Hobart, whatever you call it, I think it was a factor as well. I feel like if it was at Marvel, it would have been a different story, or even at the Gabba. But as I said, Lions don't go there often. North Melbourne do. So yeah, it was a good fight back from North, and yeah, there we go. We have our first draw of the season. So King of the North. Not King of the North.
King of
Chris
the
C. King of Chris C.
Yeah, I watched the highlights. Yeah, I don't know if I agree with the King about the Hobart thing, the Tassie thing. I think not because it's the Tassie thing. I just think that North Melbourne they haven't been great up there anyway, really. So, last year's premiers should go up there and beat them comfortably. And yeah, it just surprised me that they didn't. Just surprises me a lot. They were in front a lot. They were in front most of the day. But yeah, North Melbourne just came back and they gave it to them and they nearly pinched it. Zohar was great. Like what I saw from the highlights, he was really good. So, and their midfield was really good. Yeah, just took it up to him. Is Brisbane missing any players? Are they missing anyone? They've got any injuries?
Coleman and Duday and stuff like that.
Is Coleman still out?
No, I think Kitty Coleman's back.
Is he?
Yeah, he's back.
Oh, there you go.
Duday hasn't played it though. So.
Duday, no.
And they've still got Curtis. Curtis is still out suspended. Hasn't he got one more week to go?
North Melbourne.
Yep. So that's another 3 goals there. That when he comes back.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, Curtis. Yeah. It just goes to show if you're not 100% on, any team can get you. And yeah, have they won they've won one game, haven't they, against Melbourne, North Melbourne? So yeah, one game, one win, one draw. I mean, yeah, you take the draw, I guess, against Brisbane, but yeah, I'm not sure about Brisbane. I don't know. I'm not sure. I mean, they're second on the ladder, but are they premiership contention? I don't know. I don't know about Brisbane. I just don't know. They struggled against West Coast. They've struggled against North Melbourne. I guess when they play the good teams, they look like they play a bit better, but I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know about Brisbane this year. Do not know.
Dacom?
Look, I think we could just sort of forgive Brisbane for this. They've been on top so long, and they just they didn't lose the game, they drew the game. I think they're entitled to a bit of a hiccup now and then. They're still pretty much top of the ladder. They still look great most of the year. So, and the scary thing, they might not even be fully going yet, so they could get even better. So I'm not worried about Brisbane. And I thought Norfolk had a bit more wins by this time of the year, but they've still only got the one. I think they've got a winnable game next week against Richmond, I believe. So big one for them.
And there it is, guys, ladies and gentlemen. That is your round 9 review. It's good to have 4 people back now, instead of 3. So it was it's good to see all the reviews. And, look, we're going to, King of the North, we're going to move to Johnny Carlton's Banana of the Week and Bananas of the Week, actually. So Chris C's got a banana first, so we'll go there first. Chris C, who is your banana of the week?
Chris C's banana of the week is the AFL. The AFL was scheduling a showdown amongst other games. They got to give it its own time slot, a Friday night, even a Thursday night. I know they're going to give it a Thursday night. I think later in the year. I don't quote me on that, but yeah, to have it, shared with another game, it's one of those games where it has to be on its own. If Carlton and Collingwood can be on its own, Adelaide and the Port Adelaide can be on its own. That's how I see it. So AFL changed the shit up. That's what I'm saying.
Can I just add a bunch to Chris's banana, also to the AFL, for running these games over the top of each other as well? Like those Sunday games and the Saturday games all run over the top of each other. So it's just ridiculous. You can't, if you want to watch 3 games of footy, which you should be able to, you shouldn't have to finish one and like we started watching the Geelong game in the second quarter. That's how bad it is to get to watch the last end of the first game. So anyway, there we go.
All right.
Can I do a banana as well this show?
Of course you can. Welcome.
My banana goes to the whole Queensland state. Now, I was in Cairns and every pub just showed rugby. Even the radio, I was trying to listen to the game driving back from somewhere, it's just rugby. So pull your head in, Queensland, play some footy.
Welcome to the Eastern States, JCROM.
Hang on a sec. Don't disrespect Cairns, because they call themselves HSP down there. So you watch your mouth there, mate.
Yeah,
you watch your mouth, mate. They've joined the Melbourne slang here. Thank you very much.
I actually went in there, took a photo. I said, "Can I take a photo, man?" I was buzzing out. And they go, "Yeah, you South Aussies are the only ones. You guys are weirdos." And I'm like, "We're weirdos."
You're weirdos. You're weirdos.
Actually, that HSP was killer, man. It was really nice.
It was.
Anyway,
Johnny Carlton.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Johnny Carlton's banana of the week is
banana of the week.
He's actually got one.
He's got a banana. There we go.
All right. Now, I'm going to play a video. All right. I'm going to turn my camera around.
Okay.
All right. All right. If everyone can watch this. So, this is Aaron Francis, and he was right in front of goal. You should kick this as an AFL footballer. Look what happens. Sorry, wait, let me see. And misses from there. We'll play that back. Goals is right there, and he misses from there.
That's crazy.
From there. Mate, my 70-year-old grandma can kick better than that. You are a Fruit Loop. I would give you more bananas, but unfortunately one banana is enough. So, Aaron Francis, you are my round 9 banana of the week.
There we go.
Tonight in the chat in TikTok goes banana of the week, Johnny in Carlton gear again. Ha ha ha. In Collingwood gear, sorry. Collingwood gear.
No Collingwood gear. Anyways,
right.
I think we move on to round 10.
No, we don't. No, we have a look at the table. So I'll just bring
tips. How about the tips?
The tips.
Tipping.
The tips. Shit.
Jeez, what is wrong with you guys?
Hang on, I got to bring the table, the top eight up. So and the bottom 10 first before we go to the tips.
Okay.
I did, Jason, and you were right. I was wrong, 100%.
100%. So it is Brisbane in first place. Collingwood have dropped to second. Hawthorn are in third. Gold Coast sitting nicely in fourth. Adelaide Crows, good on you, JCROM, sitting in fifth. The Western Bulldogs, JCROM second team, sitting in 6th. Geelong 7, and GWS snuck back into the 8. They did fall out of the 8 during the weekend, but they are back in. The bottom 8 is Essendon in 9th, Carlton 10th. You got to get above Essendon, Johnny Carlton. Fremantle 11, St Kilda 12th, Port Adelaide 13th. You've got to get it above Fremantle also, Chris C.
We do.
Sydney 14th, Melbourne 15th, Richmond 16, North Melbourne 17, and West Coast are at the bottom of the table with 0 and 9. So there we go.
You guys agree with what these pundits and SEN people saying that the top 7's done?
No way.
No way. No way. No way. All right.
No.
It is time for our HFD Footy AFL tipping. Now, this is unbelievable. All right. First place, he hasn't lost his spot all year. He's still remaining number 1 because he comes on 2 days later and cheats and just writes down whatever we don't write. So it's on 55. It is JCROM on 55.
Nice work. Nice work.
In second place, Johnny Carlton has also reached 50, and he is coming in second place, 5 behind JCROM now. I was 6 behind him last week. Now I'm 5 behind him. Still one behind me, and we got the same amount of tips as Chris C on 49.
I thought I did bad this week. I forgot about tip.
And King of the North, you were 3 behind Chris C, my friend. You got one better than what Chris C did, but you were still on 46.
One a week, and I'm coming down the outside. I'm not wearing that friggin' Melbourne Storm jersey. I'll tell you what. So.
Well, you better hurry up, mate. Because
it's only round 10. We've got plenty of rounds left.
All right, round 10. Let's go tipping.
All right, let's bring it up. So we've got the Gold Coast Suns versus Hawthorn, 4th versus 3rd. It is at TO Stadium, which is up in Darwin, and I am tipping the Suns.
Wow. Bye. Chris C.
Give us your tips, guys, in the chat as well. And by how much?
Yeah, I'm going to go the Suns. I think.
Damn it.
It's in Darwin again. Far out in Darwin. Yeah, Suns, man, they're acclimatised better up there, and I think they'll get the win. Suns for me.
JCROM?
Yeah, G. Tough game, but I'm Suns and Darwin. I don't seem to lose there. Suns for me.
All right, so we all went Gold Coast. Good start. Move on. Friday night, I already go Carlton, so you don't even have to ask me.
Hang on, let me bring it up. There we go. Sydney versus Carlton at the SCG. It's 14th versus 10th. And
who's 10th, by the way?
Hey?
Who's 10th?
10th is Carlton.
Oh, thanks, mate. Just wanted to hear that. That's all.
But Essendon is 9th, so we've got to fix that.
But don't worry about that.
That's right. I'm going the Baggers.
Yes, we love it. Bye. JCROM.
All right, this is like a tough week of tipping, man.
Go Sydney, I dare ya. I dare ya. Make me closer to you. I dare ya.
I'm going to go Sydney.
Yeah.
Sydney at home.
You beauty. We need to get one back.
Here we go.
Come on, Baggers. Chris C?
Yeah, I'm going Swans.
Oh, I don't mind the lead. I don't mind the lead at all.
Yeah, I need an extra one.
Swans. If it was in Melbourne, I wouldn't go Carlton.
All right, next one.
All right, next one. Let me just bring the next game up. All right, it is the Pies versus Adelaide. It is at the MCG, and it's 2nd versus 5th. And I am sticking with Collingwood at home.
Beautiful. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I will be at this game. Yes, I know.
Collingwood?
Johnny
here we
Collingwood's
go.
coming back. You beauty. There we go.
Yeah.
Johnny Collingwood.
No. Just being a very good cousin, and going with my cousin who needed someone to go with him, and I reckon it's going to be a cracker game.
Nice.
So I will be there. But I'm sorry, but I am going Collingwood. I just think they are too good at the moment, and it's in Melbourne as well. So I'm going the Pies. Chrissy?
Yeah, I think Collingwood just in better form at the moment. It's going to be tough to beat them in the MCG. It might be different if it was at Adelaide Oval, but yeah, I just think they're in too good form. So yeah, Collingwood for me.
Hey, Teresa, I'm going for my cousin, all right? No, not getting Collingwood.
Yeah, you know, Teresa, what the real story is. So there we go. Unfortunately, Pies by
JCROM.
6, Jason. There we go.
JCROM, Adelaide?
Go on, Adelaide. Back in my
Yes!
boys. It's going to be a tough game, but back in the Crows.
There's another one. I'm coming in. I'm loving it.
There we go.
There's no cheating around here anymore, so we're good to go. King of the North.
All right, next game is GWS Giants versus Fremantle. It's 8th versus 11th at NG Stadium at the Tsunami home ground. And I am going the Giants after what they did to the Cats.
I am also going my premiership team. I reckon the Tsunami is back, and I'm also going the Giants. Chris C, premiership team?
Giants, Tsunami, they're going to get the job done. Freo are just they've disappointed me this year.
You wouldn't go Freo, would ya?
Is it?
Yeah, Giants for me too.
Oh, I thought he was there for a sec. All right, next game.
Next game. All right. It is the Power versus the Cats at Adelaide Oval. It is 13th versus 7th. And I am going the Power.
Oh, here we go. The King. Oh, this is tough.
Chris C.
Oh, look, I'm not going to go against my team. I can't stand Geelong, and there's no way I'll ever pick Geelong over Port Adelaide, even if we were the worst team on the planet of the earth. So, yeah, Port Adelaide, they have to win. It's a must-win game for Port. They're going to have to win because if they lose this one, they're going to be, it's going to be tough to get into the 8. They're going to be 2 games away from the 8 instead of 1. So, and they've got the bad percentage, so must win.
Jake, I'm going to go you first because you're always going last, and I want to go last for one.
He's not going to go Port.
Port or Geelong, mate?
I'm actually going Geelong. I think Geelong play well in Adelaide, and I just feel Port slipping. So I think there's another loss coming. Geelong for me.
He could have not gone Port. I'm also going Geelong too. I just think they're going to be too good. So,
King of the North, we might be ahead of them this week, man.
We might be. Yeah, well, I need a few back, so you never know.
Hey, that's only the first one me and King have got different. Me and King have gone all the same except for that one. Thank you very much.
Right.
So
Exactly. All right. Next game is at Marvel Stadium. It is the Bulldogs versus Essendon. It is 6th versus 9th. And I am going the Doggies to bounce back.
bang. And guess what, King? You said we wanted to go on top of Essendon. That's exactly what we're going to do this week because the Dogs are going to beat the Bombers.
Yeah.
And we're going to go on top. Chris C.
Yeah, Dogs too good for the Bombers at Marvel. Too good for them.
Dogs.
Yeah, Dogs.
That's his second favourite team as
we
well.
won.
So, there we go.
It is.
All right. Next game is the game of the round. And it is Richmond versus North Melbourne. 16 versus 17. And that is at the MCG.
Tough one.
Who's West Coast? Who does West Coast have?
West Coast have got
They got St Kilda.
St Kilda.
St Kilda.
Yeah, Saints, yeah.
Where?
Oh, where?
At
Optus.
At Optus.
All right, I'm going to go. I'm going to go Richmond.
Bang. Chris C.
So is Curtis back
I'm
this
going
week?
north. I'm
North?
going North Melbourne. Yeah, I reckon they're due a win, and Kangas by about 10 points. They're gonna do it.
JCROM.
Is Curtis back?
No, one more week.
I'm going north as well.
I'm doing it for Musa. I am doing it for Musa.
King of the North.
Ooh.
Did you go north, Johnny? J-Crom?
I went north, yeah.
Yeah. All right.
King of the North. I'm sorry, mate, but you're the only one that's going for Richmond.
I
So I'm going
know.
North as well.
I know. Yeah. That's all right. Next game is up at the Gabba. It is the Lions back at home against Melbourne, and it is first versus 15th. And I think the Lions get back into the winning circle.
And I'm also going the Lions.
Yeah, I'm going Lions as well. Lions as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At home.
Brisbane Lions, yeah.
Beautiful. All right, next game.
Next game is West Coast versus St Kilda. It's at Optus Stadium. It is 18th versus 12th. I think
This be an upset.
St Kilda's got to beat them. I think they've got to beat them. I'll go St Kilda.
Well, before these two go on, because I know one of them's going to ruin it, there hasn't been a bowl call, and it has to come either now because this is the last game of the week.
Hang
So
on, let me
I'm
bring
going-
the hang on, let me bring the thing up. Johnny Carlton's bowl call of the week is
Johnny Carlson's round 10 bowl call. The streak has to be broken here. I'm going West Coast to beat St Kilda in Perth. It has to be broken.
oh no.
Chris C.
No, I can't. I just can't. St Kilda. I'm gonna play it safe. I'm gonna play it safe. St Kilda.
Jacob?
Can see it
Yeah,
happening
look,
though.
I haven't tipped West Coast all year, and I'm not starting this week. I'm going Saints. I know they're due to have to win at least one game this year, but I'm going
What if they
Saints.
don't win a game all year? What happens? Like,
Has that happened before?
has that ever happened before? Yeah, ever happened?
Oh, probably.
Well, it's a record that it was 19 in the 1960s that it was 0-9. So if they continue to go, like, you're going to be breaking records, I reckon, this year.
Well, you know what? The last round, that round 9, they broke records for the. I think the average margin was 10 points, and that was back like before that was like, I think it was like 1970 or something. It happened. So yeah, really close games.
There we go, and that's
Wow.
the round.
One thing I want to mention too. One thing I want to mention before we go. My boy Rosie is leading the AFL Coaches Association Awards. What a legend, mate. What a legend. I was surprised when I saw that. I was actually surprised.
There we go. That went down like a lead balloon. Congratulations to Rosie.
No one cares about Rosie. No one cares.
That's all right. That's all right.
All
When he
right.
wins it,
Watch alongs.
Any questions?
I'll just let you know. Watch alongs for this week will be Thursday night. Will be the Suns and the Hawks on Thursday night. Then we'll do Friday night. Oh,
Ladies and gentlemen, I feel like Johnny Carlton is redemption on his watch-alongs, and I think Friday night is the perfect night for Johnny Carlton to come back and do a watch-along.
well,
Who's
it's not,
playing?
it's not your
Carlton Sydney.
Suns and you're gonna do a watch along with to Carlton
I
game.
said Friday night.
Oh
I said
my
Friday
god,
night.
are ya?
I think Johnny Carlton's coming back for redemption for round 2. I
mate.
think he wants to go do a watch-along
Oh,
again.
man, you were very
Wow.
quiet the last one. It wasn't the same Johnny. You were very quiet last time.
I
It
know.
was a
I
very
lost
different
him. I
Johnny
lost him
Carlton.
in the last quarter. Far out, man. I was
But-
just going solo in the last quarter. So
He's gonna call Michael Voss by Thursday and let him know that he's gonna come on. So he's gonna make sure the boys know. But I will let you know Thursday. But I should be good for Friday for watch along again. Bang! There's your news of the week. Bang!
There you go. Far out. Thank you, Jason, for coming in. Appreciate your support and also coming into the watch alongs as well. Yeah, so Thursday night watch along, Friday night special guest Johnny Carlton, Sydney versus Carlton. So yeah, join us for that. We never know; we might have one of the other boys come on board as well, depending whether they're working or not. Saturday, I'd like to do the Collingwood and Crows game.
I will be there.
It's nearly a possibility. I'm not going to say that I'm going to do it yet, but it's nearly a possibility we could do a triple header on Saturday with Port and the Cats, and then into Western Bulldogs and Essendon. So, and I might have a rest on Sunday. So yeah, I might do a real big one on Saturday, but I'll let you know. But definitely Collingwood and the Crows, and I would say definitely Port Adelaide and the Cats. So, but the Bulldogs game looks good too. So, might do all those. So yeah, 5 watch-alongs on the weekend. Also, I want to say a big thank you to everybody who came in last weekend. We had a massive, probably one of our biggest weekends of viewers and people coming in the chat, and people from all over the world coming in to HFD Footy. So welcome to all our new subscribers. We've had massive support and a big increase in subscribers in the last month. So thank you for everything there, and we really appreciate your support. That's it from me.
That's it.
Any more questions? There's a few questions here on TikTok if you guys want me to read them out.
Sure.
Did you all back the Gold Coast boys? I think we all did.
We did.
Nah, tipped Bulldogs for last week.
No, this week coming up.
This week.
Oh, yeah, this week.
Gold Coast and Hawthorn.
What did you guys say about the Crows this week? I missed it. You got to go back, man. We said a lot. JCROM and me said a lot. So, but yeah,
they tip us for this week, but not confident.
Yeah. If you want to watch the replay of this podcast, just go onto our YouTube channel. It'll be on there, guys. You can go back and watch what we said.
Therese is a horrible tipper with her emotions, but I'm just a terrible tipper. So yeah, there's a difference there.
Beautiful.
Yeah, and thank you to Dusty Crow for all the ice creams that he sent us. Thank you so much. Not real ice creams, but gifts on TikTok.
Gifts.
Thanks,
thank you, TikTok, for the gifts. Yeah.
Dusty is a big Crow supporter, and he's always a nice guy. He's one of the nicest Crow supporters I know.
Yep.
And he's always it's a good sport. You know what I mean? So
That's it.
hashtag nice guy. Yeah. Hashtag.
Well, we got 27 votes on the poll for which game was the best, and the winner was Geelong versus GWS. So there we go. Just thought I'd throw that one up there. I haven't done that before on a footy show, so yeah, might do that each week, and you can tell us which game you thought was the best.
Maybe add the right games into it.
I might add the right game next week as well. Yeah, so that'd be good.
Yeah, I saw that. That's it, Dusty.
Any other questions on YouTube?
Guys, well,
thanks for having us, Jason. Good to have you. And we also had some new people come into the YouTube chat from the weekend. So thanks, guys, for coming into the show. And thank you to all our regulars for coming in: GT, Dam, Ree, Sam, Jamar, and all of our regulars. So yeah, Chris is in there as well. Chris been all weekend with me as well. He was cooking potatoes and doing a barbecue. So good on you, Chris, for that. And yeah, hope it tasted good.
Any final words, gentlemen?
No, good to see we had some close games of footy instead of some blowouts. So yeah, it was really, really good, entertaining footy, that's for sure.
Yeah, I'm going to watch a lot more footy this weekend, that's for sure.
Yeah, go Port, and see you on the footy. Good luck to all your teams.
That's it. All right.
Go Baggers.
No worries, guys. Take care. Spike your hair. And as
Spike your hair.
always, stay hunky.
Stay hunky.
Stay hunky, guys.